Hey everyone, we're live. My name is Branden Patterson. I am the founder, CEO, and cloud architect at Beyond Intelligence AI. And what you're looking at is a redacted version of Copilot Plus in stealth mode. There's a lot of things that we have to remove off screen, unfortunately, because it's proprietary, and we just can't reveal all of the secret sauce just yet. It is fully complete, but I just wanted to give you just a little teaser of our system, and this is just one aspect of it. But as you can see right now, we are actually live at this particular point in time on a futures contract for silver right here, and we're kind of in a bit of a bearish trend, as you can see, and we've been kind of following along with the system here. And I just want to talk a little bit about myself and a little bit about Copilot Plus. So I am not an expert coder, nor am I an engineer. I had a grand vision that began in 2024 when I started heavily researching into smart money concepts. I'm a big SEC guy. My background in trading is futures. I'm a futures trader, turned AI innovator, if you will. And literally, this whole system was born out of this pure frustration. It wasn't a desire to do something cool with AI. It was more of a desire to stop losing, which I think most traders out there, especially retail traders, can feel that pain of, dumping in a whole lot of money. And it first started for me with, dumping a whole lot of money into gurus on YouTube, right? Following signals, trying to find an edge, as most people do. Obviously, following signals, if you've been trading for any length of time, is a dead end. And really, it makes the people who are giving you the signals richer, but it doesn't make you richer, right? And it doesn't really give you any knowledge or information. I then pivoted from the whole, guru aspect and signals aspect to really learning about smart money concepts online from various sources. That being said, when I started learning and putting things together as far as indicators, and you're looking currently at TradingView right now, I just really couldn't find anything that could take all these really cool indicators like VWAP and you're probably familiar with all of these, MACD, right? Moving average, convergence, divergence, volume weighted average price, which is VWAP, relative volume at time. You've probably heard of that too as well. VRVP, volume range, volume profile, and just the list goes on, right? I can literally share with you just a dozen indicators. There are all the top indicators that everyone uses to be able to make their own style. Ichimoku Cloud, you probably use VWAP Auto Anchor, and the list just goes on. I just can keep going. And all of these are really cool indicators, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to real-time markets and how fast markets can move, it's almost impossible for the human brain to be able to synthesize the information across all indicators at the same time to know what is the right decision to make at that given time, right? And this is a lot of the reason why smart money uses, well-trained algorithms that are monitored and made by PhD level quant teams to manage their position in the market, right? So one of the things that I thought as we kind of go through the process is that, first of all, retail traders are kind of at a disadvantage. And the big, huge disadvantage of retail trading is that retail traders do not have a significant edge. And the ones that do have really put in a lot of work over years and years and years to build an edge. And even that can be faulty depending on the market environment, which means that it's not bullish, right? They can certainly thrive in a bullish market, but they might not be able to survive in a bearish market or in an indecisive market too as well. So it's all relative. So I want to crack this code because I said, number one, the average retail trader cannot afford, a Bloomberg terminal, right? Which is what most smart money operators use. And when I say smart money, I'm really referring to Wall Street, particularly, or institutional capital that has the ability to have these high-level systems. And I'm just going to kind of go through some others as we go along here. Let's just kind of zoom in on NASDAQ and see what NASDAQ is doing really quick. And again, this is futures, by the way. So, literally, we didn't really know, we didn't really have the backing or the institutional backing to be able to afford services like this. I mean, who has $2,400 a month just hanging around to spend on a sophisticated system like Bloomberg Terminal? Most people don't, right? And so a big part of my frustration is that I had moved on from signals, I had moved on from learning about SMC, and then I had dove straight into prop firms, right? And that's like the next logical step. You want to leverage other people's money to be able to make money, and inevitably any trader, especially doing Forex or futures, is inevitably going to encounter a prop firm. And prop firms are good and bad, right? They're bad because the house always likes to keep its money, but they're good because if you can survive an evaluation, which I've overcome countless evaluations, and I've had countless performance accounts valued at over $2.6 million, it's easy to get into the trap of signing up for these services only to inevitably fail, right? Okay? And a lot of them know that you're going to fail. That's why they're designed in the way that they are, with trailing drawdowns and all different types of, fire hoops for you to get through in order to survive. All right. And really, it's not a lack of it's not a lack of skill in trading. It's more of a lack of the right tools and being able to synthesize them in real time. Okay. So I'm just going to keep going around too as well. You'll see me constantly changing some of the indicators here too as well, and things will be just kind of popping up here too. We are now on crude oil. Okay. So literally, basically, I went through the whole prop firm thing, and I come to find out, I just kept losing, right? And I kept having all these amazing indicators telling me a lot of different things, but not having the vehicle in which to synthesize this, especially across all time frames. The average trader is using their cell phone. They're not using a huge desk with multiple monitors. Most people are not in that position on the retail trading side. And so there's a lot of limitations. And you people using a laptop, a basic desktop computer, can open up multiple windows, like, for example, in TradingView. But it's still a lot to manage. And if you don't know what everything is doing and how to react to the markets in real time to be able to find an edge, then it's a lot of guesswork, and then it just spirals down into gambling and all that other bad stuff, right? So I wanted to develop a system that could be able to tell you in real time what is a good trade, what is a bad trade, and that's something that could also detect smart money in multiple ways, right? Something that could say, okay, hey, you know what, this is probably not the right time for you to get in. This is probably the right time to do that. And obviously, I had a burning desire because ClientScript from TradingView is their native coding language. I had a natural desire to push it to its absolute extremities and develop AI as a companion, right? Or to have an AI-powered system that could be able to help you to detect smart money movements and be able to detect the markets and tell you real time when to get in. I was told multiple times that it could not be done from a lot of various sources, simply because I was dealing with a rules-based language that did not allow machine learning and that did not allow to be able to have neural nets and just a lot of other different things that are capable of AI. I actually didn't listen to any of that. I chose to progress forward and build it nonetheless. And so that's what happened with in building this whole process. And of course, I did it with learning language models, and not just from one company, but multiple companies, to make this a truly market agnostic and an AI agnostic system. And so to summarize, it's basically an intelligence suite disguised as an indicator. Okay, and it has the ability to be paired with any other indicators you may have, and literally it just takes your trading to the absolute next level. And again, I can't really go into all of the specifics yet because we are currently going through some intellectual property things right now at this particular point in time that I can't discuss any further. But I do want to just let you know that this is not like a proof of concept or anything like that. This is actually a real system that really works, that I have made tens of thousands of dollars off with, and so can you, right? So this is the edge that smart money is needed. People need to be able to detect the system in real time. That was the big thing. They need a chance to be able to synthesize what a lot of indicators are doing in real time. They need to understand when the right time to get in and get out before they become, they get left holding the bag. And smart money is like, hey, we got ours, we're out, and then you're left, holding the bag with a big hole in the bottom, right? We've all been there. If you've done trading, doesn't matter if you're a crypto trader, doesn't matter if you're a futures trader, we've all been there. But I do want to say that Copilot Plus is coming. It is ready. It is not still in development. It is an actual working live system, and we can't wait to reveal it more. So, if you have not signed up for the waitlist at beyondintelligenceai.com, I encourage you to do so. As we start to get more of the protections for the system in place, we will reveal more. But right now, we kind of have to just put it in a stealth mode. But I hope you are getting a chance to see a little taste of what this Copilot Plus is all about. And on that note, I'm just going to go ahead and cut the video short. And thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, stay in touch. We can't wait to give the edge to retail traders around the world. This is going to literally change the game of trading. So, thank you.